I am Lydia from Novelty, and today I have a very exciting reason that I am posting a vlog on Tuesday, and that is, this is my 6-year vlog anniversary, or vlog birthday, however you want to say it, which is totally cool because 6 years is a pretty long time, folks. I have been vlogging consistently for 6 years now, and that's just like, So for a couple of years, I'd really wanted to blog. I'd be like, oh, blogging, that would be perfect. You know, I need to build a platform, blah, 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 for my writing because I'm a writer. So as a writer, I need a blog. And my mom wasn't too excited about me blogging because she's like, yeah, I don't really want our family's stories to be told all over the internet because, you know, hashtag privacy. But she did not say hashtag. And I could totally get that. So I was like, okay. And then finally I came to her one day and I was like, okay, but what about if I blog but never talk about the family really? And she thought about it and thought, okay, yeah, that would work. And so therefore, if you've been on my blog very long and notice I don't talk about my family, that's the reason why, for privacy's sake. Because just because I am an author and so therefore I'm free with yay, folks, read all about my life. That doesn't mean that I need to, you know, take all my family's stories and put them public for everyone. So therefore I was given permission to blog because I still live at home and I don't want to blog unless, you know, of course I had my parents' blessing for it. And over the years, oh my lands, folks, I have been so happy to be a blogger. Being a blogger has changed my life. It's I did not realize when I started blogging how amazing and epic it would be. I also did not realize how little I knew about blogging till I actually tried to start blogging, and then I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I tried to design a blog. It was, oh my goodness. If I had a screenshot, I would show you guys. It was pretty bad. This is actually a screenshot though of my first blog post, although it's not published here because I got rid of my old blog, and so therefore I don't have any of the published posts, just all the files from what I used to have. Anyways, does that make sense? So when I first started blogging, I was like, oh my, I need to have help. So I contacted this one blogger who I really liked. Her name's Emily Sakra. She is a photographer who lives in Virginia. And for a couple years, I read her blog all the time. Anyway, so with Emily, she was an epic helper with me when I first started blogging because I knew nothing about what I was doing. So I emailed her. She also did design. And I emailed her. I'm like, hey, can you please help me design my blog? Here's a link. And she's like, no, not really, but I'm pretty sure that's probably what she looked like because it was that bad of a blog design. And so she was very willing to help me. She gave me some tips, some hints. She would have done more, but I was freaked out at the thought of giving her my blogging password because I'm like, no, she could I don't know what I thought. Maybe that she would steal all my content, which I didn't have any content, or maybe I thought she'd post horrible things and attribute it to me. But yeah, so eventually I learned how to do blogging and I learned how to do designing, at least somewhat. I'm still a little bit messed up since I moved over to WordPress. I'm still a little bit messed up with all of the, there's sometimes spaces that there should not be, and I'm not quite sure why or how to get rid of them, so I should probably read up on that someday. Anyways, formatting, that's the word. I'm still a little bit confused on the formatting of WordPress. I moved over to WordPress, by the way, in, I think it was 2015 in November. Or 2016. Anyways, it's been a year and a half or 2.5 years. I really don't know. But I should have started out on WordPress, you guys. If you are going to blog, just start out on WordPress. You will, so be happy with yourself. So be happy with yourself. Pretty epic speech right there. So be happy with yourself. Woo! No, if you start out with WordPress, you will thank yourself later. Although it does take a lot more work to learn because Blogger, you just randomly push a bunch of buttons till something looks good and woo! But with WordPress, you actually have to read and watch tutorials and that type of thing. But it's worth it in the end because switching over really stinks. You just don't want to do it, but WordPress is the place to be. So, you know, it's kind of a conundrum, you know, which way do you start out? The easy way and then learn the hard way and switch and lose followers in the process. Anyways, that was my random woo, let's become a blogger speech. But back to my story of blogging. Over the years, I have met so many cool people through blogging. I just posted recently about my really amazing friend, Caitlin, who lives in Missouri, and how we met through blogging. Yeah, if it weren't for blogging, I wouldn't know her, except I'm sure God could have brought us together some other way. But she's my amazing blogging friend who I've not only got to know over email and all that kind of stuff, but also we've had fun hanging out in real life several times, which is pretty amazing considering the fact that she lives halfway across the United States from me. Anyways, I thought it would be fun to share some other stories of people I have met through blogging. this one story that still blows my mind whenever I think about it. I won't use her name because I don't have permission for it, but it's somebody who reads my blog. She lives in a different country, and she was in North Carolina a couple years ago at a Bible school that my sister was also at, and she came up to my sister and was like, "Oh, are you Lydia Howe's sister?" When my sister told me that, I was like, oh my goodness, how did anybody recognize you? Because I've never posted a picture of her or anything. And apparently either it was last name, or we look alike, or maybe we sounded alike, I don't know. But she put 2 and 2 together and realized that this girl at Bible school must be my sister, even though it's a totally different state and all that kind of stuff. And that was pretty amazing. And it turns out she had found my blog via Go Teen Writers, which is a writing group I'm a part of and have been for years, although I don't do much on there anymore because I'm kind of not a teen anymore, but it's still pretty amazing. If you are a teen, you should totally check out goteenwriters.blogspot.com, and they also have a Facebook group, so just, a little plug for them. But anyways, so she had been reading my blog for who knows how long, and she met my sister, and she gave my sister a letter for me, including her email address. So since then, she and I have blah, 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 blah. Since then, she and I have been emailing each other, not like too often, but we are good friends now through email, which is pretty amazing. Another story of meeting somebody just randomly, I was at a wedding in Pennsylvania. Guys, this is like different states that this is taking place in. In Pennsylvania, I was at a wedding, and after the wedding, we were going downstairs to the reception, and somebody like tapped me, so I turned around, and she's like, "Hi, I'm Verna," and I'm like, "Hi, I'm Lydia," and I'm like, "Do I know you?" And I didn't say that though, because I mean, probably my facial expressions did, because I was just like trying to figure out like, okay, do I know this person? And then she said, "I read your blog," and I was like, "Ah," because that was the first time I'd ever met anybody just randomly who's like, "Yes, I know who you are because I read your blog." And I was so excited, like, oh my goodness, you know me because of my blog. Like, how did this happen? And I felt like this must be what celebrities feel like, except obviously I'm not a celebrity. But anyways, and so we've emailed some back and forth too, and I've gotten to hang out with her some because we have mutual friends, which is how she knew about my blog in the first place. And it's happened several more times like that. Actually, at the retreat where I work, I've had several people come up to me and be like, "Hey, I know you." And I'm like, "Okay, yay," because I'm like, "Who are you?" But I don't say that, and then they tell me who they are and how they have read my blog, and that's how they know who I am. I'm just like, ah, because it's pretty amazing, folks, when you meet somebody who reads your blog and you're like mind blown. So yeah, anyways, those are some of the cool stories of people I have met through my blogging, and blogging is just a pretty amazing way to meet people. I also have a lot of people who I email, not a lot. I have several people who I email regularly who I've met through my blogging, and that's just like a great way to meet friends and so much fun. But enough of the nostalgia and going down memory lane. What we are going to talk about now is the giveaways. So first of all, we have a $15 gift card giveaway, Amazon gift card giveaway, because gift cards, who does not want a gift card? They work anywhere and they're pretty amazing. So yes, an Amazon gift card. And then we also have a giveaway where you can choose any book from my 5-star shelf from 2017 on Goodreads. Yes, guys, aren't those books like absolutely amazing looking? So anyway, so we have those, and then another giveaway is choosing one of these books. These are some of my favorite books. Oh my goodness, y'all. Like, whatever the cost, y'all. If you have not read this book and you don't win the giveaway, then you should probably buy it and read it anyways or get it at the library. These guys, they're identical twin brothers, and I bought this book after hearing them in person speaking, and they are so hilarious, but they have really, really, really good and deep stuff. Another book is The Insatiable Quest for Beauty. I bought this book after hearing another vlogger talk about it. They read a quote from it, and I was like, oh, I have to read that. So I bought it, and I read it, and I right away gave it to a friend to read and bought another copy for another friend, actually for Caitlin. And this goes through stuff that I actually haven't really struggled with personally, but it applies to stuff so well that I have struggled with. I'm like, yo, folks, you should totally read this. Besides, like, Tiffany Dawn. Like, is that just not the most beautiful name ever? That's the name of the author. And then the last book that you can choose from if you win this giveaway is Love Does by Bob Goff. Y'all, Love Does by Bob Goff. If you, oh my lands, people, Bob Goff is absolutely amazing, and he teaches us how to love the way that Jesus loved, and like love with abandon, and love without holding back, and love in a way that does not seem to be like smart, because hey, we're not called to smart love, we're called to like a Jesus type love, which in reality is smart. It just doesn't really like compute with how the humans think. And his stories are totally epic and totally amazing, and I talk about him a lot, so you've probably heard me mention him before. And so that's the third giveaway. Yes, third giveaway. Then we also have a $5 Amazon gift card, which you can get a pretty epic Kindle book, or, you know, multiple other things with a $5 gift card. And the last two giveaways are copies of my book, my ebook, Where Dandelions Grow, which was published in September. And yay, I'm like really excited about sharing this with you folks, because I've had some really good feedback on it. And so it was like, yes, I can give it away, y'all. And so I have 2 copies of that to give away. So thank you so much for joining me for my birthday celebration, my vlog birthday celebration. I'm so happy that I get to have fun with y'all, and thank you.